So how was your week?
Good. I like that. My week was pretty good. On Monday, I told my boss that I felt sick.
Mm. Mm.
So I left early from
It's
work.
like you were playing hooky.
What is that? Yeah,
Like
basically.
it's like when cuando te las zorras o zorreas.
Yeah, see. I was like, I never do it, and I'm getting fired anyway. Well,
Mm.
outsourced. So this
You're
chick
gonna
wanted
see
to
the
hang
bad
out.
side of Crystal now.
Yeah, like you can
Eh.
see it,
Dun, dun,
all of it.
dun, dun, dun,
Then,
dun,
so I left.
to the
I
bone.
go hang out with my girlfriend, obviously.
Bad. Bad to the
Oh,
bone.
bam.
Bad.
I
How was my week?
didn't even finish telling you about
Oh,
my
that's
week,
right.
you jerk. So,
Okay,
anyways,
so
enough of you. Let me go ahead and tell you what I did.
I had enough of your
Okay.
weekend or your
Oh,
week. Yeah.
fuck that. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm feeling very sick. And,
Y luego, so you
um,
told me
well,
you're
no.
feeling sick and you
So I
left?
left. I left like at 12 or 1, and then the next day I had it off because I had asked for it off to go to the chiropractor.
Oh, how was that?
And then that was good. They gave me a massage. It was really good. And then they obviously popped my back.
How did
And
that
then
feel? I always watch those videos and it's like
it was,
it's
it
like
was,
what the fuck?
it sounds, yeah, you should have heard mine. It was like, like it wouldn't stop. I didn't, it was like ding, 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 ding. It was crazy, but it kind of hurt. But because he said that I have everything like everything's all tight.
But okay, so did they take like X-rays and shit?
Oh no, I already know what I have. I used to go to the chiropractor a while back for
Oh,
the
okay.
accident I was in. Remember?
Yeah.
And so like I went there and they already know. So they basically massaged me and all that stuff. And so I called it. I had asked for PTO that day, and then work was easy. It was pretty cool.
But did that help a lot or no? Or did it?
It did.
It
A
did.
lot.
It helped a
Mm-hmm.
lot.
It felt good. Like
I've
I literally
always
came
wanted
out.
to. Uh
Oh, I said I came out with my eyes all poofy from like almost falling asleep.
huh.
Um,
They take you out in a
um,
fucking
um, so
in
actually,
a ¿cómo se llama? A wheelchair.
in a wheelchair. There you go. They pushed me. I don't know, but
So you had a good week.
yeah, it was good.
I didn't do anything this week. I don't think I did anything. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You're like, wait a minute.
Oh, nothing.
Thursday, Friday.
Ooh, nothing. I saw a movie that's fucking weird. Um, it's
Which one?
called Swallow, and it's on HBO.
No.
HBO Max, and it's insane, dude. It's about a girl who has, like, it looks like she has a perfect life, right? Kind of Stepford wife, kind of girl,
Yeah.
And she ends up getting pregnant, and then she starts eating, swallowing weird shit. Like, she gets like a fucking. There's a point where she gets a battery and she swallows it. She gets
What?
a fucking. She gets a one of those what are the Tic Tacs or what are they called? The little
Thumbtack.
thumbtacks, Tic Tacs. I swallowed a Tic Tac, thumbtack, and she swallows it. She swallows like a bunch of crazy ass objects,
Hi.
because she has that pica thing. It's like I think it's called pica. It's a disorder, is it?
Isn't that
Uh,
dangerous? A battery? Like,
Batteries. Well, imagine all the acid could explode in your and you can die.
yeah.
Pica disorder. craving and chewing substances that have no nutritional value, such as ice, clay, soil, or paper. So I mean, I might have that
Weird.
too because I love ice, dude. I love like to chew on
I
it.
love ice. Yeah.
Um, and I mean, paper. I don't really eat paper. Maybe Oliver, Matilda. They like it
Maybe
to
they
eat
have it.
paper. Huh? It's genetic. Because I had them. You can.
Right. Yeah.
They came out of me.
Yeah, I get it.
Clay. I mean, I could understand clay because you know how some people like to eat that white. It's like.
It's like a jarrito. They use the
Yes, dude,
one.
but they buy it. They sell it
Yeah,
so they can eat it like that. And my mom used to
yeah.
buy it and she would grab some once in a while and eat it, you know?
It's so good. It tastes like wet dirt.
It does. Se me antojó ya. Ay,
Well, I know
where
where
can I
it.
get it?
You just see me with a little cube cutting it. Okay.
Así lo. Ah, you're like, no. Pero es que así me sabe mejor, güey. Ah,
Entra derechito.
directo donde tiene que ir. Ah, ya.
Lo hueles, lo comes, de
¿Lo
todo tira.
sientes?
Y
¿Lo
lo sientes.
estás, lo estás olfateando? ¿Lo estás saboreando? ¿Con todos tus sentidos? Ah.
Nomás lo sientes aquí rasposo, rasposo. Ay, ay.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point of that movie. Like, she starts swallowing, and I guess when you're pregnant, apparently that's what happens. You
Yeah.
get cravings of weird
Crave weird
shit,
shit.
right? Yeah, so it's worse. And so they end up like trying to help her out, and then yeah, like it's just a weird movie. I'm not like I don't think I would recommend it because it's not like it's just weird, you know.
Amazing.
It's
Yeah.
not like, oh my god, you have to watch it. No, it's okay. But it's just like what? It's weird, you know. So yeah, that's what I did. I can't think of anything I did. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
But it was a very boring
Chill.
week.
No, pues chill
Very
because you want to
very
good stuff.
boring. But tomorrow, Monchi is just getting his second shot.
Oh.
And I'm gonna go get my hair cut, and that's all we have to do tomorrow. Hopefully, I like my haircut
Hopefully, huh? Yeah, because some people fucking, I know,
because
they're stupid.
I mean, it's always scary to go with someone new, you know.
It is. Oh, yeah, look.
Hmm.
You keep fucking,
Oh my goodness, that looks pretty.
you like it?
I like it.
It's
You did a good
Capricorn.
job. Bring it closer to the camera.
Huh?
Bring it closer to the
Me?
camera. Not you. No.
No, not
That's
you at all.
that is sweet, dude. I like it.
Yeah, it's a tribal, like a tribal.
Oh, that's nice.
So, and then I just wanted the horns to be rainbow because it's a little piece of, me, Capricorn with rainbow.
I like it.
You like it?
I do.
Cool, cool.
Oh, remember we were talking about the 70-year-old the Asian lady?
Yeah.
Her name's Schwass. I can't pronounce her name, but I don't want to butcher it. The lady who fought back against the white man who attacked her by hitting him with a board. She wants to donate nearly 1 million raised for her medical expenses to help fight racism.
Oh,
That's sweet, huh?
that is sweet.
Says she insists on making this decision, saying this issue is bigger than her grandson said. That's sweet.
That is nice.
Qué bonita señora.
I-
Let's begin. Let's begin.
and
Let's
and
begin.
we'll
Huh?
start off also and welcome everyone.
Welcome everyone to FINADULTING.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Keep cuts. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm, you're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of who am I? Wake up, check your phone. Pre-party for the apocalypse.
Welcome everyone back to FINADULTing with Crystal and Lorena.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Today's our episode for Mindfuck Monday.
Monday.
And we'll be talking about movies that
It's our movie edition.
Welcome to Shutter Island.
I see dead people.
What the fuck?
Fuck
Yeah.
movie. Well, the ones that we've seen that are what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like they have a weird ending. You're like, what? I never saw
What?
that coming. The reason why we wanted to do this episode was because I told you to watch a movie called Compliance. Compliance, the feel awful movie of the year. If you have any faith in humanity, Compliance is not the movie for you. It's a startlingly look into the abuse of power and the terrifying ability for outside authority, or even just the illusion of it, to overtake common human logic. Writer-director Craig Sobel, I think Sobel, has crafted a very good film, albeit one that I never want to see again. And it's a
Honestly, no,
whole,
I wouldn't
like,
listen.
this is written by Matt Mueller, and this is just like a pretty much a
Kind of like what
like
happened.
an article on what happened,
It's
Uh,
crazy, dude. Like I even told you, I think after I saw it, I was like, dude, this is a crazy fucking movie. Like I was so mad at what I was seeing.
the story follows a seemingly average night at Chickwich. That's what it was, remember?
Oh,
A stand-in for McDonald's, led by their middle-aged manager Sandra, which is played by Anne Dowd. The young, mostly teenage staff prepares for a nightly rush, the big news being a bacon shortage due to the fridge mishap from the night before. The lack of bacon becomes a very minor problem. However, when Sandra receives a call from a police officer accusing one of her workers, Driama Walker, of stealing money from a customer, after searching her personal belongings, the officer's requests become more extreme, including strip searching the employee, cavity searches, and escalating sexual humiliations. Yet through it all, no one says no to the officer's absurd demands or investigate his equally absurd claims. If they had, perhaps they would have realized the police officer wasn't a police officer at all. Instead, it was just an imposter pranking the employees and even the manager's fiance, who gets involved in a situation that allows himself to be talked into committing heinous acts. That's the one that, and he actually did time for that too.
well, yeah.
Compliance, well, yeah, compliance tale would seem preposterous if it wasn't a real story that happened to real people. The film's main influence is an incident from 2004 in Mount Washington, Kentucky, but over 70 similar stories played out across the country, acting as a sort of horrifying real world Milgram experiment, but without its modicum of moral restraint. It's insane.
It's crazy, dude. I'm telling you, like when I saw it, I was like, how the fuck do people do this shit? Like,
So very disturbing because it's actually happened. So it's based on true events and actual true stories. So it's really fucking insane.
it is.
It's insane. So that's the reason why we wanted to do this like the movie episode edition, because
We wanted to mention
we're
that.
like mind fuck, because this is a mind fuck,
It is. It is fucking
like
crazy.
like I get it, yeah, you don't know because you're not in that situation, but I mean, what,
But
like, it's insane to think that
just thinking,
seemingly
yeah.
logical people could do crazy shit like this.
And especially, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like, I remember I was watching it and then it started getting really intense that I really wanted to, like, not watch it, but I was like, let's see what how fucking far this shit
You're
gets.
like,
You
what did
know?
Lorena tell me to watch? It's fucking
And I'm sure,
crazy.
and I was messaging you during the movie, and I was like, dude, what the fuck is this? Like, I was
You're like,
pissed, like, I don't
what are
know.
you making me watch? So if you guys get curious about the movie, you can watch it on Pluto for free, Tubi, which that's
Movie,
where you watched it.
yes.
Amazon Prime if you have a subscription, Voodoo, so Voodoo, Tubi, and Pluto, they're free. So you have no excuse if you want to watch it. Okay,
It's pretty
so
crazy, yeah.
I asked you to get a list of movies that were mind fucked. Let's hear one of the ones that it
So,
gave you a mind fuck.
so of course I like weird shit, you know, I'm weird. But
Yeah.
this one, The Fourth Kind, in
Oh
2009,
yes, I've
with
seen that one.
Vlad Jovovich and Will Patton. That shit, I don't know if anybody's seen it, but it's about alien.
Yeah,
It's about people actually going to a therapist
in Alaska.
or a psychiatrist. I'm not sure. They're having weird dreams about an owl,
Hmm.
and it ends up being alien.
Yeah,
It was pretty creepy, dude. That shit was so scary for me because they also say it's based on a true story. I'm not sure about
or
that.
true events.
I tried looking for it, but
Well, at the end
um,
of the actual movie, you hear
oh
like
no,
recordings of
yeah,
actual recordings of people
of
that
what happened, yeah,
of like truck drivers that have seen like the lights or like shit,
yeah,
or they're like, oh my god, I remember, like I lost time, I was driving and I lost track of time
like
or whatever, and it
you
just
don't
like a
know what
shitload of
happened.
time passed, and it was already like 2 hours later or like an hour later,
Yeah, it was a good
and
movie though.
it's insane. It's really good. I like
It
that one.
is. And what
Another one.
about you next?
Oh, okay. The Invitation. You can watch it for free on Netflix, Amazon Prime. You can rent it for 2.99, or you can buy it for 6.99 if you really like it. It's basically I'm just gonna read the description of the actual movie. Guy accepts invitation to attend a dinner party his ex-wife is throwing with her new man at their shared home that they had while they were married. It starts off like a typical gathering. It gets a little sinister after that. There, to me, I don't know if you've seen Goodnight Mommy.
No.
No, okay. So that one's another trippy one. It's very Goodnight Mommy. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's one of those like trippy, weird mindfuck movies. At the end, you're like, what the fuck happened? So yeah, basically that's the whole premise of the movie. The guy goes and to a gathering, and I don't know, I think it's kind of like a cult kind of thing, like it's weird. You
Yeah.
should watch it. It was released in April 8th, 2016, so it's super old. Well, not
Damn.
super old, it's
Not,
2016.
well, it is, but not. I have older ones, I think. I had more alien ones, but we'll go back to those. I Robot, 2004, Will Smith and Bridget Moynihan or some shit like that.
Yeah,
But I know you've probably seen this movie.
yeah.
I Robot, with the robots. I don't know,
Take
like for
over.
some reason, it'd be trippy because it starts off with you thinking about, this robot's bad, but then it ends up being like this big brain computer that's controlling all the other robots except for this one.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just feel like it's mindfuck. Like it makes me think about like that's probably somewhere we're heading. We're already, I don't know if you heard, we're already making
Yeah, the
robots and shit, and
robots.
scary. It's pretty creepy. What do you think?
They are creepy.
Yeah.
No, but the actual robots from iRobot are cute. I like him.
They are. Well,
He's
just like
cute. I
Chunky
like
M
the part when
because
he goes like this, like he winks at him. When
yeah,
he's like kind of playing it off or whatever.
Yeah.
And he winks at him, and then they start fighting or
He's
whatever.
like, look at that.
It's so
Cool.
cute. I love that part.
Yeah.
For me, I have this. It's called The One I Love, and that one's on Netflix as well. You can watch it for free on Netflix, Amazon Prime. You can rent it. And that one is trippy because it says a couple, Mark Duplass, Elizabeth Moss, whose marriage is crumbling, have a surreal experience during a weekend getaway at a house recommended by their therapist, Ted Danson. Seems kind of boring, but what this house brings is out of this world solution for their monotonous relationship. Basically, they end up going to this house, and this house has a little house out, like a little. It looks like a little house, like a separate house.
Like a guest
Yeah,
house.
like a guest house. So they end up going there, and they're like, kind of like, what the hell, it's boring, whatever. So they end up going into this house, and once they go into this house, they go in, and it's like a different world. It's like
What?
the house. It's a normal house, and in this house, they have their partner, but the partner is stuck in the house. It's like they have their perfect partner. It's like if you have your girlfriend, but she's perfect. Like my partner, like whatever you don't like about them, whatever bugs you,
Like
it's
it's
like
gone.
that's gone, and it's just the perfect image of your perfect partner. But
That's
it's
crazy.
your boyfriend, like her husband.
Yeah.
So it's her husband. She goes in, and it's, oh, hi, and she thinks it's her husband. But then he's acting like how she would want him to
How
act.
she would want him to, yeah.
So the perfect thing. So she's like, oh my God. And then and the same thing happens with the guy. The guy goes in, and it's like the perfect wife. They have this amazing sex and shit like that. So it's like, so they end up obviously knowing like what's going on. Every time we go in, I, you
Everything's
know,
perfect. Yeah.
everything's perfect.
Yeah.
Like our relationships, whatever. I really enjoy spending time with this version of you. So then
Yeah.
it's insane because like they start scheduling time to be going like, okay, well, I'm gonna go
No way.
Monday, I'm gonna go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You get Tuesday,
Yeah.
whatever. So because they start really enjoying spending time with the other version of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, like, oh, I get it, like it's pretty cool. But then it starts getting weird because these people are stuck there. They can't leave, or like they're able to go in and out, but the
But not the
person, the
actual
nice
person
version or
inside.
whatever, they're stuck in there. So they end up like wanting to leave. Like the nice version is wanting to leave, and it's. So at the end, like at the end they get away because they're trying to. It turns crazy, because these
Wow.
people that are stuck in the nice house or whatever
We're trying
are
to get
trying
out.
to get out, right? So they don't know this is
Yeah.
going on, right? Or they don't know this is what they're planning on doing. So at the end, while they're driving off, and like, oh my God, it's like the end of the movie or whatever, you don't know who's who. You don't
Oh,
know
I
if that's
get
the
it.
fake one or the real one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's trippy. Like I
It
pretty
sounds
much
really
told
good. What you
you, but
should
it's
send me,
really good.
I would really like to watch that one. It sounds really good.
You should watch it. It's really good. They're spending time together, but it's like, uh, I'd rather go and spend time with the other version of you.
But yeah. Like I want to be with
Like,
you, but not you.
dude, imagine. Okay, just imagine. Obviously, you wouldn't not. You can't answer right now because right now your relationship's perfect. But like after being with someone for such a long time, like for me, it'd be like, oh, if you would be rubbing my feet all day, just give me a massage because that's what I love,
Yeah.
like all the like touchy and
Touchy feely. Yeah.
yes, I love for him to give me a massage or like, and he hates like fucking he hates for me to tell him. He'll do it whenever the fuck he wants, but he does do it, but not like to my
But not when you want
satisfaction
it.
because I want it all the time.
Yeah.
So imagine, and it's like I know he has a shitload of things he would want to change from me.
Yeah.
So it's like your
Would
perfect
you go to his house?
partner.
Would
I
you go to a
would. I'd be curious to be like, because
what
I
if
would want to be with a guy like him. Like, I want to be with him and I accept him as who he is and everything. But
but
imagine the curiosity of like having the same person, but like have
yeah,
everything
but
perfect, like how
everything
you
that you
want.
wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
That'd be
10
amazing.
times, a million times. But then
And
I
you're
would
more
want to
alone.
like, but then I think I would want to go back because then it would be too perfect and that'd be boring.
That's true. That's what I was thinking.
It'd be like,
Like,
I miss fighting with him, but then I can't fight with this guy because he's perfect. And even if
yeah.
I start fighting with him, he probably won't continue or he'll just
Yeah,
agree
like,
with me. And that
but
would
what
get
if,
on my nerves.
okay, but what if being in the house, if that's what you wanted, wouldn't it happen? So,
No, no,
like,
because
if you want him to argue with you
but that's not my
because you
perfect guy. Like that wouldn't be my perfect version. Like, well,
well,
I don't
you know what I
know.
mean?
Maybe
Like,
yeah.
you're thinking it, so
Yeah.
it's what you want. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
overthinking it
you're
probably.
right because I don't I was with a guy who was very like chill, like extremely chill, where it's like, yeah, you do what you want and whatever, and I was like craving that. No, fuck no, like
Staying here, yeah.
or like not that he's gonna be
Giving you a
controlling or
little bit
anything
of
like that, but just give me a little,
a little, yeah.
um so I experienced that and I was like, fuck, I could literally do whatever the fuck I wanted. And I'm not saying like do ugly stuff or anything, but I'm just like literally do whatever the fuck I wanted. And he was like, whatever. Um, and now with Monchis, it's like no, like that you respect them. And it's like I guess it's because it's different. Obviously, age wise, we're like in a
Yeah,
different time, or different place. But at the same time, like you show that respect, you know?
yeah, I get you.
It's like a respect kind of thing. Like you respect what he
Yeah, like
his
enough is
input,
enough. You're not gonna go or something,
Yeah, or like
like
you know what? Like I'm not saying like ask each other permission. No, like hey, let me know where you're gonna be at, just as a respect.
yeah,
But also like if it bothers you, let me know. Like
yeah.
no, you've been going out too much and that's it.
And ya
Or
no vas a salir, or
you know what I
quédate
mean?
este weekend.
Y así es él. And that's what I like. And that's what I could respect. I could respect a person who puts their foot down and I don't
Yeah,
respect a person who's just like whatever.
no, I
Because I
get
don't
you.
know. It's like a turn on to
Because
me.
then it's like boring, kind
Oh
of
my god,
boring.
can we
Like,
just finish this already? I wanna go.
oh,
He comes home and I'll be like
take me.
take me now. Tell me what to do. Tell me I can't do that.
Tell me this isn't right. Oh my god.
Dime que no puedo salir.
That'd be
Ay, no.
crazy.
Imagine. But
That'd be
see, I
crazy.
guess I don't know if a lot of people or anybody shares that,
I'm
that
sure.
in common, like. But to me, it's like a turn on. Like if someone, like no, like firm
And you're like, well,
and I
all right.
don't know. Okay.
Whoa,
Sí,
whoa.
mi capitán.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So yeah, I get it. You're right. I get
I don't
it.
know though, but I was just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I lost I lost all thought.
you're all
I
in love
was
already with that. You're like, oh my god.
yeah. Ah.
Dude, you should have seen your face, spaced out.
Yeah. Okay.
There, more juice?
We need to finish this.
Dude, we need to finish later. Call me tomorrow. Oh,
Okay, so what are yours?
okay. So I picked the 2004 film
Ooh.
with the butterfly
Mm.
effect.
This one's a 2010.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Oh no, no, it's not 2000. It's 2014. Oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
Mine's a 2004, and I chose the butterfly effect with
Mm.
Ashton Kutcher and Amy Smart. That movie freaked me out. It was pretty crazy for me. So it's a guy named Evan, and he suffers from blackouts during like certain events of his life, like important ones.
Yeah.
Like it starts off when he's little. He's playing with his two little friends, a girl and a boy, and the dad wants to make a movie in the basement. And all he remembers is waking up in a little bathrobe and the little girl all sad. And he's like, what the fuck happened? What do we do? Or whatever. He doesn't remember. And he has a couple of events like that. And eventually he starts, I guess he goes to a doctor and he tells him to write in his journal. And one day he finds out when he's already an adult in college, I guess, he starts reading his journals and he goes back to the moment where he blacked out and he remembers everything that happened.
Mhm.
So anyway, so he ends up finding out also that he could change the past. So when he changes the past, like nothing happens obviously in the future, and he ends up fucking everything up every time. So I don't know, but it had
So
a
like how you're saying that when you change something from you go back and change something, it
it could
changes
go
your
back.
future. It
Yeah,
changes the present, I guess, or yeah, it changes something. Like
it's
it affects
crazy.
something. So that's why it's called the butterfly effect because you go back
Something
in
gets
time,
pushed
you
out
change
later.
something, and it's like it affects somebody's life, you know?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy though. The ending, I liked it, kind of. He ended up what is it called? When he was little, he went back when he was a little boy, and it was his birthday, I think, or her birthday, and he talked shit to her. So he basically never knew her throughout his life. They never grew up
Yeah.
together, but he ends up seeing her at the end of the movie, nice with a dress, nice, like she finally got it. He finally got it right. So I don't know. That was
Yeah.
pretty.
Because every time you would go back, it would be like every character's like an individual character or like,
Character was fucked up by
yeah,
it
like one of them was in a nice situation, the other one was like in a bad situation, and then he would like want to fix that, so he would like go back
and
and
change
then
it.
like change it, and then the one that was in a bad situation was in a good situation, and it was just like it would mess up
Was
everything. So
flipping back. Yeah,
he's just at the end, he's just trying to like get everything right. So by
right.
not knowing them, is like okay, you're right.
It was pretty crazy. I like that movie.
It is. It's a trippy movie because you're like, fuck. You imagine? And it's true. I think I mean, it is true. If you go, that's the reason why shit happens. Shit happens for a
Yeah,
reason. And you're here because of that. Because if you would go back in time and change something because you're like, oh, well, I wish I wouldn't have gone through this, or I wish I wouldn't have, this wouldn't have happened. But then you don't know if that would fuck
how it's
up.
gonna affect someone else.
Yeah. How it's going to affect someone
Yeah,
else, or how like how you would be, like your character,
yeah.
because obviously by you going through all this stuff, it builds your
It makes
character
you
and
to
it
a
makes you
person. Yeah,
you, Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Shutter Island. Obviously, you've seen it,
I picked
and
that
it's
one too.
like, okay, so you'll talk about that one.
No, you talk
Okay,
about it.
no, you talk about it.
You, because just do
Okay,
it.
so I'm just gonna briefly. I'm not even gonna. I'm just gonna. I'm
Yeah,
just
listen it
saying
briefly. Yeah.
what they write on it. So
Okay.
Shutter Island, you can obviously watch it on Netflix. Prime, you can or Amazon Prime, you can rent it for $3.99, or you can own it for $13.99.
On HBO, no? Where did
HBO
I watch it? Well,
probably.
anyways, go.
Shutter Island basically is the implausible escape of a brilliant murderess brings U.S. Marshal Teddy Daniels, which is played by Leonardo DiCaprio, and his partner Mark Ruffalo to Ashcliffe Hospital, a fortress-like insane asylum located on the remote, windswept island. The woman appears to have vanished from a locked room, and there are hints of terrible deeds committed within the hospital walls. As the investigation deepens, Teddy realizes he will have to confront his own dark fears if he hopes to make it off the island alive. And that's just, like this was released back in 2010. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like 11 years old. But it is such a good movie. We talked about this movie in one of our episodes.
Yeah, we did.
We did because it's so good. We mentioned it numerous times, and I mean, basically, that's what it is. The premise is detectives trying to look for this lady. And then at the end, it turns out like there's a big
All
twist,
black. It turns out
and it's
crazy.
like, what? It's kind of like a Sixth Sense kind of deal where there's a big twist. I don't want to tell you what it
Yeah.
is, so you guys can watch it. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it. But yeah, it's one of those mind
But
fucks
for
that you're
those who
like, what
haven't,
the fuck? But yeah, it's a really good movie. I have another one. It's called The Prestige,
I've
and
never
that
seen
one
them.
is super good. That one's very it's super like Shutter Islandy, like
Really?
that. Yeah, it's a really good movie. Well, all of these are kind of like that, because mind fucks. So that was it's a period thriller set in Edwardian London, where two rival magicians partner until the tragic death of an assistant during a show, feud bitterly after one of them performs the ultimate magic trick, teleportation. His rival tries desperately to uncover the secret of his routine, experimenting with dangerous new science as the quest takes him to the brink of insanity and jeopardizes the lives of everyone around the pair. With Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman, and Scarlett Johansson comes out in it, and Michael Caine. And
He's a good actor.
it's such a good movie. It's like it gives you a mind fuck at the end. You're like, what?
You're like, what happened?
It's good. And I had just seen it. I had actually heard about this movie a while back because this was back in 2006. It came out. It was released. And you can watch this on Amazon Prime if you have Amazon. Well, I'm pretty sure you can watch it other places, but um I recently watched it and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I haven't seen this movie, because it's that
Yeah.
good. It's really, really good. You should watch
Send
it.
me that one and the other one too.
I'll send you all these. I'm
Yeah,
gonna send you all of them.
bitch, I'm just gonna take a picture of all.
I'm just gonna take a screenshot and send it to you.
Well, I've seen some of those.
Yes, you do. Okay, so what do you have?
Um, let's see. So let's talk about an alien one. I don't know why it creeps me out. Like it's so weird. It freaks me out.
Which one?
Anyways, it's called Dark Skies.
Oh,
Oh, you
I've
want
seen
to?
it too.
It's 2013. Obviously, Kerry Russell and Josh Hamilton, and it's pretty crazy. Like all this weird shit starts happening at this one resident. Like one night the lady wakes up to like a weird noise, like "Ee." Like in her head. She wakes up and she's like, "What the fuck?" She starts walking around the house, and she finds food like from the refrigerator on the floor everywhere, and it's just vegetables and shit. And she checks
He's a
the door, and I
vegan.
think,
He's a
huh?
vegan.
He's a vegan. Yeah, they're
He's a
vegan.
vegan. They are.
And so that was one night, and they decided to get an alarm. And I think it was after the second night. The second night, she wakes up again at the same time, and she goes downstairs, and she notices like a weird design, dude, on the kitchen. I don't know if you remember that part where there's like
Yeah.
alien lights on top, like they look like the crop circles kind
Yeah.
of thing. And so they end up getting an alarm, and weird shit keeps happening in this house. Like it gets a lot creepier. And I don't know if I want to ruin it, but it ends up being aliens.
Aliens. Well, yeah, you said alien-y movie. It's
Oh,
an
okay. Well, there
alien.
you go. So it
So it
ends up
turns
being
out to be.
aliens, but crazy shit happens. And at the end, obviously, you're thinking that they're gonna take this one person, but it's another one. It's crazy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
It's a
all the
creepy
fucking all
movie.
those alien movies are insane, dude.
It creeps me out. I don't know why. Like I'm
Well,
a
because they're
believer.
real.
Yeah, I'm a believer,
I
and
believe.
watching all this shit like makes me creep out.
Oh yeah, because you never know. Maybe
But what
they're
about
like,
you, Natalie?
okay, so mine, another one, another one. Memento. You seen that one?
Memento?
Memento.
No, I haven't seen it.
Memento.
Oh, como
That's
momento, pero con E.
see, that's what it's called. Okay, I did not
It's
mispronounce it.
I've
It's
never
called.
seen it.
You never
I've never
saw Crystal.
I've
I
never heard of it
swear.
either.
I'm so ashamed. I'm so ashamed that I'm your
Guys,
best
don't
friend and you
listen to
don't know
her.
these movies.
Don't listen.
I don't know. But okay. So Memento is a fucking badass movie. It's insane. Leonard, which is Guy Pearce, is tracking down the man who raped and murdered his wife. The difficulty, however, of locating his wife's killer is compounded by the fact that he suffers from a rare, untreatable form of memory loss. Although he can recall details of life before his accident, Leonard cannot remember what happened 15 minutes ago, where he's going, or why. So, this guy has memory loss, but he can't remember 15 minutes ago. Like whatever he did 15 minutes ago, he won't remember. So what he
What?
ends up doing is he starts tattooing every like important stuff. He'll tattoo it to himself, on himself. Any smart,
What?
any because obviously the whole premise of it is him trying to find his wife, right? Yeah, the killer, the wife's killer. So he knows that he's trying to do that, so he starts tattooing
Yeah.
stuff on himself so he can remember because he knows that he forgets every 15 minutes. He forgets something. It's
Crazy.
insane, dude. You have to watch it.
Yeah, you
Okay, so
mentioned it.
that one, the Memento one, you can watch it on Amazon Prime. And that one was released 2001. So it's a while back. 20 years ago. Can you believe that shit?
Dude, that's a long time.
Like, if you think about it, you're like, fuck, look at my little hair.
I know. I was trying
You
not
think-
to, but you mentioned it, and I was like,
Why, my hair?
no, the year.
Like,
Wait,
dude, if you think about it, you're like, fuck. 20
yeah.
years. Así pasa el tiempo. That's a
Dude.
mindfuck.
That's a big mind fuck.
Do you remember being so young and being like, oh, it takes forever to be
Dude,
Christmas?
I was just gonna say that, and now like everything's speeding by.
But Goodnight Mommy is has a really good twist. This is, you can watch it on Tubi, Pluto for free, and on Prime you can rent it. This one's twin boys who do everything together, from collecting beetles to feeding stray cats. Welcome their mother home after her reconstructive surgery. So she's all wrapped up, like she looks like a
Yeah.
mummy. Well, from her face, Uh, but with her face wrapped in bandages and her demeanor distant, they grow suspicious of her identity. So it's really good. It's like kind of like a scary thriller. And this, like in the beginning, it's like, yeah, you meet the little kids and they're adorable and they're like playing and everything, right? So bien vaguillos. And then you see the mom and she comes home and then she's wrapped up and her eyes are all like, they look red because of
Of
the danger,
yeah.
So she looks scary already, and then like all these little things happen that are very scary. They make you look at the lady like, what the fuck is she? Who what like
Yeah.
is she the mom? Because she's very distant with the kids. She's very
Weird.
weird. So then, and then she's like more distant to one than the other. Like she treats one different than the other, right? Como que lo ignora.
Sí.
So yeah, it's like a twist at the end. You're like, what? Sixth Sense kind of twist.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
I
really
want to
good.
watch it.
2015. That was released 2015. It's like a German movie.
Okay.
Yeah. So what do you have?
It's not that bad. Um, let's see. So I have two more actually. I don't know which one I should pick because I know I put Shutter Island, but you got that one. The Forgotten. It's another weird movie. Where it starts off with the
Se les olvidó y ya no lo hicieron.
2004. Se les olvida. No, that's what. It's weird. Have you seen it? No?
Yeah.
So it's a 2004, and it's Julianne Moore and Dominic West. They're the main characters, and this lady is obviously married, and she it starts off where her and her husband are at the house, and she clearly thinks that she has a kid, and that kid ended up passing away in a plane crash or whatever. Well, she starts telling the husband that like her kid's alive and blah blah blah, and I don't know, like weird shit starts happening. The next day the husband says, I never had a kid, and she remembers clearly that she had a kid. She has a picture hidden that's of her son, and everything starts disappearing little by little. So this lady's like going crazy, like I had a kid,
Like she knows, she can feel
I
it,
know I had a kid, and the husband's trying to get her help with a psychiatrist. You're trying to get her because she's obviously crazy, and the husband's like, no. Well, and she ends up finding out that this other guy had a daughter that was going to the same school as her son. And she goes to him and he's like, no, I never had a daughter. Like, he's like, no, you're confused. Well, she goes into the daughter's room and sees like painting, like over something, I don't know. And it's like I guess like fake wall for
the
like that.
wallpaper.
Yeah, something like that. She starts pulling it out, and it's drawings from a little kid. And anyways, they go and arrest her, whatever. They're trying to go arrest her, but this guy ends up remembering, yes, I had a daughter. So not only do they both remember,
forgotten.
Yeah, so like they forgot it for some reason. Like there's something.
You know how this movie would have ended right away? If she would have had a C-section and a C-section scar, and then I would have been like, how the fuck did I get this scar then?
What is this? Dude, but
the end.
The end, there you go.
Oh man, she got us.
It was no, it was a good movie.
She knows. She got it. She got us, man.
We can't remove that. We're not gonna remove it. She knows already.
How the fuck did you? How did we look past the C-section scar?
I know.
She's like, what? Okay, you know how
Literally.
I know I had a kid is
knew it.
because of the scar right here.
What else is that? I know I had a baby.
Aye,
I remember life inside me now. Okay. It's a good movie, man.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but I remember that one. It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like another alien movie, but it's cool.
It's not another alien movie, but it's cool.
It is an alien movie.
Is it?
Yes.
I forgot. I forgot it was an alien movie.
It is an alien movie. Basically, just I don't want to ruin it either, but I've been ruining all of them.
Have you seen Get Out? Oh my
Maybe.
goodness.
Wait, maybe.
I want to
Research.
reach. I want to reach and be like.
Oh no,
shaking.
I haven't.
Okay, so Get Out is a big mindfuck. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it.
What is it?
It was released in 2017, so it's not that old. Says now that Chris Daniel Kaluuya and his
Yeah.
girlfriend Rose Allison Williams have reached the meet the parents milestone of dating. She invites him
Oh,
for
yeah.
a weekend getaway upstate with Missy and Dean. At first, Chris reads the family's overly accommodating behavior as nervous attempts to deal with their daughter's interracial relationship. But as the weekend progresses, a series of increasingly disturbing discoveries lead him to the truths that he never could have imagined. And this was directed by Jordan Peele. You can watch it on Amazon Prime, and I'm pretty sure you can watch it somewhere else. I don't know.
I
¿Te
think-
ayudo?
See. That feels
Yeah,
good. Thank
it
you.
feels better.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it's like really
Mm.
good. You should watch it. It's a really crazy
I've
twist.
been trying to watch this one actually.
I think you have seen this one. If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna slap you on the face right now.
Ooh, you can try.
Fight Club. Oh my God, Crystal.
Yeah, with Brad Pitt, right?
You
Of
see
course I
this?
did.
De la que
Yeah, I've
te.
seen it. That one was pretty crazy. That's a good movie.
That one has a. It's mind fucked, right? Like,
It is. I was like, what? How the fuck is it?
if you haven't seen it, you
Hmm.
should watch it. It's really good. This was back in 1999, dude. Oh my God.
Dude, don't lie. That's how
No.
many years
Yeah.
ago?
It was initially released on October 15th of 1999 in Canada.
Don't tell me it's been 22 years. 22 years.
It's been 84 years.
And I can still smell the fresh paint.
It's yes, for real, dude. I'm like, it's been
That's
forever.
crazy. I remember that movie. Fuck.
Okay, so briefly, let me let you know what, if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. A depressed man, Edward Norton, suffering from insomnia, meets a strange soap salesman named Tyler Durden, which is Brad Pitt. He looks super good on that movie. So dreamy.
So dreamy.
Okay, so he meets Tyler Burden and soon finds himself living in a squalid house after his perfect apartment is destroyed. The two bored men form an underground club with strict rules and fight other men who are fed up with their mundane lives. Their perfect partnership phrase when Marla, Helen Bonham Carter, a fellow support group crasher, attracts Tyler's attention. Are you okay? You look like you're
Yeah.
in pain.
No, I really want to scratch it. Like you have no idea how bad this is.
You should get some water, a rag, and then put some like that. Para que
But
se
I'm
te
putting
calme.
pomada on already.
Pues te la pones de nuevo. Nada más para que se te calme el de este. get a
Te la
little
pongo-
rag, cold water,
pongo-
o un hielito, go like that with a hielito,
Ah, okay.
para que se te calme el este. And then you're gonna feel like se te va a calmar. Because I know the feeling. It feels horrible when you can't scratch.
Oh, that feels amazing.
Feels better.
Oh, it feels so good.
You're
Well,
welcome.
why don't you seen me throughout the whole thing?
Bitch, I just
Practically.
hey, apenas se me ocurrió, okay? I just, for some reason, I'm like reading and then I keep seeing like you going, like your face on, and I'm like, oh my God, pobrecita.
It
I
feels
don't know.
good.
I didn't know eyes would help, but I'm pretty sure, it
It feels
helps.
really good. And
Was
it doesn't
any other sensation other than itchiness is gonna help you, So
Yeah.
cool it. ¿Te
It
ayudó
feels
un
good.
poquito?
Thank you, buddy. Oh, we
You're
got nurse
welcome.
Lorena here. Everyone. Chinga, this was going back through.
Anyways, Fight Club is a really good one. You guys should watch it.
You
Vanilla
should.
Sky.
Oh, yeah.
Vanilla
Dude,
Sky.
I seen that movie. That shit, I hated that
one's
movie.
So good. I
It
love
was
Cameron.
good.
I love Cameron Diaz in that movie.
It's a
I
really,
swallowed
really
your cum.
good Dude, that shit was
When she
crazy.
says that, when she's going crazy driving, I swallowed
Yeah.
your cum.
It's
Hey, I
fucking
do.
crazy.
I mean, you don't just swallow anybody's cum.
That's true. That means you really care.
Yeah, so she was like, dude, I swallowed your cum. Anyways, Vanilla Sky, you can watch it on Pluto TV, Amazon Prime with subscription, and Apple TV, Vudu. You can rent it. Vanilla Sky, Tom Cruise and Cameron Crowe reunite after Jerry Maguire for Vanilla Sky, the story of a young New York City publishing magnate who finds himself on an unexpected roller coaster ride of romance, comedy, suspicion, love, sex, and dreams in a mind-bending search for his soul. So pretty much Cameron Diaz comes on in it, Penelope Cruz, and Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
So he has a relationship with, he has a relationship with Cameron Diaz in the
It's a
beginning.
big horror.
But he's a man, yeah, like he's just this guy who has it all and everything. So then he meets Penelope Cruz, but then he's intrigued by her because she's different,
Yeah.
And then this
It's
movie is just
crazy.
like super
Dude, that's
twist.
the
Like
craziest
there's so
movie
many
I've
little
seen.
things, huh?
It's the craziest movie I've seen.
Vanilla Sky. It's pretty much you're pretty much going through like trying to figure out what happens. What happened to this guy because they're talking like in the beginning they're talking about you see him and he's all deformed and you're like what
Yeah.
happened to his face and then it goes back and forth, like he starts talking about his life and how he met this girl and then he was just this normal, not normal because he was like
He had money and everything.
he had money, women, and we have Cameron Diaz who's like in love with him.
Okay, for them.
Like she's so in love with him, but tries to kind of play it off like cool, but she's very stocky, very like,
Yeah.
like I love you,
Yeah.
why don't you love me?
She's fucking
Very
you can tell right away.
needy, very needy because she loves him, right? But she knows that their relationship's not going anywhere because she knows how he is, right? So then he ends up having this fucking get together or whatever at his place. And then he meets this girl, like his best friend brings a girl that he wants to hook up with. And Tom Cruise ends up hooking up with her, or ends up really liking her. And that's Penelope Cruz. So then Penelope Cruz, like she's very Penelope Cruzy.
Yeah.
You know, very like, you know how she speaks, very sensual kind
Yeah.
of. So she's very intriguing, so and well yeah, he's like really into her and like, they end up having like a relationship, but then Penelope Cruz playing it off like I don't want a relationship. I'm, like I like you, but kind of like how he is with women. It just goes back to him being in where is he in prison? Or he's in like
Like in a kind of like a prison, yeah, because I think something happened, no?
yeah, so it's like a bunch of shit happens, and then so you're going back and forth on the movie, like you see him like present, and then like what happened, how he got to that place.
Yeah.
This is one of the movies that I don't think I can still understand completely because it's
I
still like
honestly,
I've seen it so many times that I'm still kind of like, huh, so many questions.
I don't know. For me, it was that all this did happen, but I guess he got so lost in his brain and his dream because he was obviously put into this machine where his body could stay frozen and he would be reborn again, but his face would be fixed already by then. So all of this did happen, and it happened years and years and years when he woke up finally and he was okay, but alone.
Mm,
Does that make sense?
mm. Yeah, I don't know. I
Like
need to watch
while
it
he
again.
was freezing, all
Mm.
these memories, like he was, I guess he was supposed to go in through this sleeping machine, and he could have made his dream be the best dream ever. Like he could have been with that girl and whatever his head told him to, but he
Because
went on a
it's
bad
like,
trip.
yeah.
He went on a bad trip on his dream, and they had to wake him up.
Oh.
So when they woke him up, it was years later, and his face was fixed. But he was basically everybody he knew are dead already.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's kind of crazy. I don't know. That's
It
what
is.
I
It's
got.
so trippy. It's so weird. I have obviously the Sixth Sense,
Yeah,
but
that
I
was a
mean,
good one.
who hasn't seen that one?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what
Just
that
playing.
is. And I mean, Sixth Sense. That's like the ultimate mind fuck.
It is.
It's like we already talked about it the last episode, but like that's why I don't want to really get into it so much. But I mean, it
It's
it was
good. It was
real.
good. Yeah.
It was released in 1999, and
1999, also
yeah.
21, 22 years ago. I think I finished almost all of mine. I
Mm.
did mention also the platform. I'm sure you saw it. It's kind of
Oh
new.
my god, dude, that was such a good one.
That one was the craziest movie ever. Well, no, not ever, but
It
it's
was
crazy.
so
It was
yeah. It's
weird.
like it has so many like profound like things that you're like, wow. When the guy's throwing the money, if you haven't seen it, okay, there's a scene where okay, so basically, let them know what the whole
No,
premise of the
go for
movie
it.
is. No,
Go for it, 'cause
you.
it's crazy.
Okay, so let me just read the thing because I don't want to confuse anybody. It's such a good movie, right?
It is, dude. I really like that movie, and I don't
And
know what the whole.
it's española, no?
Creo que sí.
It's basically a vertical prison with one cell per level, two people per cell, only one food platform, and 2 minutes per day to feed. An endless nightmare trapped in the hole. Okay, so
It's for 30 days. They're like in this cell.
in the future, prisoners housed in vertical cells watch as inmates in the upper cells are fed while those below starve. So yeah, it's it's like a prison. It's a prison, right?
Yeah.
And they told why is that guy there though? I forgot.
I guess he was doing it for experience, and I guess he was gonna write about it, and then he was gonna get like a some kind of award.
Or I think he was gonna get a license or
A
like
diplomatic something. I
yeah,
don't know.
something. And he was only gonna be there for 30
Exam.
days.
Well, no, he was gonna be there. Yeah, I think it was 30 days.
So what it says, right? It's a
No,
vertical prison.
wasn't it like 3 months? Because
Yeah,
he had to
because
be,
it's every 30
yeah,
days they change, right?
yeah, they changed
So
to
every
another
month they change, they like, they don't know what level they're gonna end up. So it's like 1 through 330 or
something.
333 or something like that, right? Whatever level you're at is you'll stay
They
there for like
start,
30 days, and then after, like, you'll go to sleep and you'll wake up at another different level, but you don't know which one you're gonna end up at.
yeah,
So
so
you
you
can be on the
basically
top ones that usually, like, well, the food, because it's like a
a big,
vertical, so it looks like probably like I guess like a square, and then in the
yeah,
middle it's a smaller square, and that's where they put all the food, and it just keeps going back, like
through every
prepare,
level,
like
yeah.
they prepare this like massive, they have a bunch of different stuff, they look so good.
And
They have
good,
chefs
yeah.
cooking and everything, and they like display everything in the middle, and it's like from level one, obviously they have 2 minutes to grab whatever they want, so they're like boo, 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 and then it goes down all the way to level 30, I mean 300 and whatever. So obviously each level it keeps,
Less
people
and
start
less food.
eating, but they like eat obviously because they only get 2 minutes. They like start like eating super, they start grabbing things, and
Anything,
it's
just
just,
making a mess.
yeah, without even like caring for what the other people below
And
are
keep
gonna
in
eat.
mind, by the time that they reach level 100 or what is it, 70 something, there's no more
Yeah,
food.
there's no more
So
food.
people down there are starving.
Yeah,
And you can't even keep any food because if you keep a food or something, the
they
room starts
start.
turning so hot or so cold that you die.
Yeah,
So
so you have to
you
throw
eat
the
for
food.
those 2 minutes and that's it.
There's a time where he moves and he's with the lady. The lady had like come up with like a way of, hey, you guys above, let's do this, let's like feed a little bit and make a plate for the other two below you, and like put a good portion of it, not too much, so everybody can feed, like everybody can
Yeah,
get food. And people from above were being dicks, and they're like, fuck you, whatever. But it's like, you're not always going to be up there, you know
exactly.
so it's like the lady's like, come on, let's do this. And she would
That's the
always eat
point.
a little bit. And she had a little dog with her, and she would feed him a little bit. And then she would eat a little bit, and she would make the little plates for the people below.
Yeah.
She would fix them the plate, like, here, I'm going
So
to
that's
put
all
this
you
and that.
need.
That's all you need to eat so everybody can eat. So everybody can
Yeah.
get a little bit, but people
Yeah.
are being selfish. And so it's like a bunch of like, this movie is like really,
It's
really, like,
crazy.
it makes you think like, wow, you're not always
It's
going to
like
be. And that's how
mind
the world
fuck.
is. That's how the world is. Some people think that they're always going to be on top, but you're not always going to be on top. You
Exactly.
can be down here too, or whatever.
Yep.
So you have to treat everybody the same. You have to treat, because you don't know when you're going to need from that person.
Exactly.
And that's why they tell you, like,
It's a
you
good
don't have
movie.
to, no te puedes, you can't have a big ego and, like, oh, I'm never going to need from this person or whatever, because you don't know
Because
where
you
you're going to
never
be at,
know.
And that's what that movie tells you. And then there's a point in that movie where, like, they let you bring something from the
One
outside, and
thing is from the
the
outside.
guy brought a book, right? And they're like, what do you do with a book? Like, that's stupid. And then there's a part where they end up going into the middle and like trying to like portion
Feed
and have
everyone.
everybody eat, something, or like, hey, you don't get to eat this time because you ate yesterday, and let them have some food or whatever, right? So they're like in the middle going down where the food's at, right? And there's this man who's like in the lowest, not the lowest level, but the lower levels. and he's throwing. I guess he had brought money, like bills, and he's
Weird.
throwing bills at them, like, and you start thinking about it, and you're like, wow, money has nothing, like, it
Nothing
has
to do with
it,
here.
like, it's worth nothing here, like, what am I gonna do with this
Yeah.
money? Am I gonna eat it? Like, it's not gonna buy
Yeah.
you food. It's just, it's like
It's
a
crazy.
really good
Yeah.
movie. I think I've seen it. I've only seen it once or twice, but every time it's like you look at different things and you're like, wow, there's so many meanings and everything.
It's good.
It's such a good movie.
I like
It was a good job. I like that one a lot.
it.
That was a good one. And that one's gonna
That
finish off
was.
our Mindfuck Monday movie edition. That was a good
Yeah,
finish, Crystal.
that was. Thanks.
Beep, 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 beep. Mira, mira.
Mira, qué bonitos. Dude, I always said you should leave your hair like just down and
It's because
curly.
I showered and I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna put in a thing. Let me go through some weird mind fuck little things that I was like, what the fuck? On Facebook, I saw a post that said, no screaming on theme park rides. New
What?
no scream policy on roller coasters. Disneyland enforcing policy. So you can't scream on a roller coaster on Disney, like
How?
Disneyland.
Why not?
You can scream. How the fuck, dude? Like,
What's gonna happen if you yell? Like they're gonna arrest you?
but you're wearing a face mask, aren't you? Why can't you yell?
It's stupid.
You can't
It's like
yell while wearing a face
I'd be
mask.
like, look, you're risking the shit by being in here. So yell your lungs out if you want, but you're risking your own shit. Sign this paper.
Maybe, maybe because they don't enforce the mask. Like,
I don't know,
but if
it's
they
to each its
did,
own.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to wear it, but at the same time, like, you have to scream. I'm sorry, but
There's no way that you're gonna go like
I don't know if your body, like, if there's anything that happens to your body because you're withholding that, your
I'm sure something
scream,
can
you're
happen.
gonna explode somewhere.
It's crazy. Fuck.
Oh my god! And then I also read on, I think it was on Facebook. Scientists want to send 6.7 million sperm samples to the moon. It says scientists have suggested that humans could buy into a modern global insurance policy by building an ark filled with 6.7 million sperm samples on the moon. And then you see the little sperms on the moon.
That's crazy.
It says a modern lunar ark, like the ark with the, and then it says, according to New York Post, this would be similar conceptually to the Doomsday Seed Vault in in Valbard, Norway, which
Yeah.
currently holds more than 1 million crop samples originating from almost every country in the world. There are over 992,000 unique samples, with each containing an average of 500 seeds. The team of
Wow.
6 researchers from the University of Arizona presented their idea at an Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers aerospace conference, where they said their proposal would protect mankind from extinction. And according to IFL Science, oh, I can't say this.
What
Dan
is it?
gave it's somebody's name. Uh, Dan Gave said in his presentation that the facility would be filled with samples in 250 flights to the moon. Building
What?
the International Space Station in comparison required 40 trips. To prevent the samples from freezing or welding together in a sub-zero temperatures beneath the surface of the moon, the scientists also suggest the facility be powered by solar panels. It's
That's
insane,
crazy.
right?
Like,
I mean,
why just
people already
sperm?
freeze sperm. Why? I'm just saying that's what they're saying. They're like the comments. I was reading the comments, and they're like, pretty sure. Why sperm only? If most of humanity dies and only a man is left, he can't do anything with just sperm. What's he gonna do with it? Bathe in it?
For real.
And it's
That's what I was
true.
saying.
Like,
That's what I was saying. Like, what's the point? Like, if they can't, who's gonna get pregnant? Who's
because
gonna?
now, I mean, you can freeze your eggs, and they do that. People freeze
Yeah,
their
but
eggs and they freeze the sperm, and
are they
that's
gonna
cool.
start
Obviously, they
fucking
have
taking
sperm
them from
banks.
her?
Huh?
Well, I mean, how else? If in case that something happens, like, how are we?
I don't know how else you can have a baby without
Beats
an
me.
egg. Finally, the moon is getting some action. And somebody else is pretty sure that's how Cybertron, the home planet of Transformers, started.
For real. That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, what if something weird happens up there?
Why would we even want to go against extinction? And even if we were, why this many samples? Defiling the moon, basically because we are so arrogant that we feel like we should be in existence forever. Times where I feel we should all be hit by a big fat meteorite this
Meteoroid.
instant. Meteorite. That's what she put. Mm, mm.
All right.
All right. It was a fun episode.
It was.
Don't forget to subscribe. I don't know why I always do this at the end. It's supposed to be in the beginning, Crystal. Why don't you remind me?
I didn't know it was supposed to be at the end. I mean, at the beginning.
It is. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter because we don't go by rules. We don't care. We do whatever the fuck
We
we
don't.
want.
We do.
So don't forget to subscribe. Click the notification bell. And share, comment, like, do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Do whatever the
Whatever
fuck you
you
want.
need to do it.
Do whatever the
Do
fuck you want. Just
Do
do
it.
it. All right.
All right.
Well, it was fun.
Bye, guys.
We'll see you
Bye,
guys
love.
on our next video. Bye.
Woo.
Bye.
Time to be alive, start a podcast, become a DJ, try and fill the void inside. I'd be lying if I didn't say that sounds nice. Wake up, check your phone.